G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to episode number 4 of this Rescuing Aston Villa in the Future. It's gone very, very well, to say the least. We have had, in the first 3 seasons, we have had 2 Carabao Cups, we have had an FA Cup final, we have won the Europa Conference League and also the Europa League in the first 3 seasons. Plus we found some absolutely mental regen characters on here. So without further ado, let's go and have a look and see what's been going on. So financially, if you were watching the last episode, we got left a hefty transfer budget of nearly 150 million. I've only got 29.5 million left, and I've still got a fair amount in the bank. So things have been going pretty well, spending money-wise, that is. So let's have a look at the transfer history. We are on the 16th of August, 2036. So I'll change this around. 3 players bought in before the save point. So Will Payne, again, I wanted to get more English players, homegrown players into the squad because it was becoming a bit of an issue with the registration side of things for European competitions. So again, this one will help out as well. Young goalkeeper, got a lot of potential ability. Maybe see him, maybe not, I don't know. I don't think so. Next one, Christian Lawal from Ipswich, Nigerian, 21 years old. I'm probably going to see if I can get him sent out on loan for a season. He's not going to get past Bischoff as a number 1, but he is still an extremely good goalkeeper already. Plus, I believe he came through the Ipswich youth system, so he is classed as homegrown as well, so that does help. But yeah, I'm probably going to see if I can find a loan for him. And also Robert Zumetra from Barcelona, but basically a Spanish Joey Gomez. Plays right across the back. Very happy with this. Good with both feet. Good mentals. Overall, a squad player. Nothing really much to write home about. When it comes to player sales, we did have a couple go out before the tick over. I mean, last episode I was waxing lyrical a little bit about Lamine Samaka, and I decided to sell him. 18.5 million. He's gone to PSG. I don't think he's going to succeed there. If he couldn't succeed in my Aston Villa side, he's certainly not going to do it at PSG. But you never know, I could be wrong. I got a decent price for him at the end of the day, 18.5 million. And Stefanos Zimas has gone to Al Ain, 27.5 million, 31 years old now. That is one wacky purple and black kit, by the way. Wow. And yeah, he served his purpose. 5 seasons at Aston Villa. He had a pretty decent time, but obviously with Castro and Ag10 and Hanertz and all that sort of stuff up front, he wasn't going to get any game time, so I sold him. It just makes perfect sense that way. 27.5 million for a 31-year-old striker, pretty good business. And then made another 53 million from sales. Lacal, he got annoyed because he got ousted by Bischoff, but I think everybody can understand that Bischoff is probably the best keeper in the world at the moment. So Lacal has gone to Al Ahly in Saudi Arabia, 24 million. Mark Hoy. Again, I was a little bit disappointed with this one. I wanted to get more out of him, I just couldn't. So he's gone to Altar, he's gone for 10 million. Sergio Borborema, who I signed a couple of seasons ago, he's gone out that same direction for 9.5 million. Nigel Munro has gone to Atletico Bilbao, I believe, for 9.5 million, plus a couple of other youngsters. Luca Lutar, who's one of my first signings, hasn't really developed the way I thought he would, so he's gone back out on loan again. But I have signed a few players as well. First one was a free transfer that I sorted out in the January, I think it was. Thibaut Millard, a great attacking midfielder. Again, one who can play either side. That may give a hint at a couple of things that have happened. Great flair, great work rate, free kick taking long shots and dribbling, perfect, brilliant attacking midfielder. For a free transfer, bargain. Junior Givens, I went back to Spurs again. Another English player, but this time a striker. Definitely more of a backup striker, but because he's English, that's what I had to get in. Adriano Pasaricec. Adriano Pasaricec.
Nice.
Nailed it. Bayern Munich, 40 million quid. Croatian central midfielder. Absolute ball buster, actually. And will probably only get better. Great aggression, great leadership, great physicals and mentals already. I say he's only going to get better, I think. And I think he's criminally I don't understand that, but they've only given him a 2.5 star. He's better than some of the players I've seen that are 3 or 4 star. Plus, he has the big game thing. Lacks a little bit of consistency, but I'm sure that could be worked out. So, we'll see. And then finally, Fran Bilbao, right-sided, advanced playmaker / inside forward. Again, very similar to Mallard. Great decision-making off ball, vision, technique and dribbling. Good balance and jumping reach. Very creative attacking midfielder that I wanted to just give a little bit more competition to that side of the field, and that's exactly what I've done. So that's 128 million spent there. For the tactics, I haven't changed it. I bought in a central attacking midfielder, but I've not changed it. I'm hoping that he's going to adapt to one of these side roles. Bearing in mind the side roles, I have actually changed a couple of things. I've knocked them down to support because I noticed that we were conceding a lot of goals, so I wanted to just draw it back a little bit tactically. That may still change during the season. We will see. We will see, because competitions-wise, we are now in the Champions League. Oh, we did win the UEFA Super Cup, by the way, because that was on the schedule. Yeah, we just won it, actually. We beat PSG. So we won the UEFA Super Cup, and we done our first league game of the season where we battered Brighton 6-0. So can't really complain at that. If we have a look at the squad at the moment, look at the positions, we still have Martin Agten. I've managed to fend off interest from Liverpool, but I've had to set an asking price of 125 million because I rejected a few of them. He wasn't happy about it. He wanted to go to Liverpool. I said no. Jog on, son. You're still playing for Villa. The other player who I really had to keep hold of was Richard Mate. United were persistent. I even had... I'll see if I can load up the screenshot if I kept it. But the screenshot, the bid that came in for him was something like 250 million all in all. And I was like, nope. Battered that off. He wanted to go. I had to convince him to stay. And in the end, I got him on a new contract for I basically added 100k in wages and an extra year to his contract. So I think he's fleeced me there pretty much. But I digress. Let's go run the highlights, find out what happens. Maybe we won't have a blip. Maybe we will. I don't know. Let's roll. In this wild and weird world of football, we've stagnated a bit this season. Despite a 6-0 win versus Brighton, a 5-1 smashing of Wolves, a 3-0 victory versus Liverpool, and a 2-0 over Arsenal, we still managed to qualify for the Champions League after finishing 4th, but the blip in December definitely cost us. But we still could have been Chelsea. In the Carabao, it was a shock exit to Preston North End in the 3rd round, and the FA Cup, well, it was Brentford in the quarterfinals who knocked us out this time, despite wins over Bournemouth, Liverpool and Man United earlier on. But we had the Champions League this season to play for. 5 wins in our first 8 fixtures, with a 5-1 win versus PSV and a 3-1 win versus Anderlecht. Only losing to Real Madrid 2-0 meant we actually qualified into the top 8. Sadly though, we didn't get past the round of 16. Despite only losing 3-2 in Paris, we couldn't find the winner at home, and it was heartbreak at Villa Park as we drew 1-1 and we were knocked out by a 94th minute equaliser by Zaire Emery. Okay, so the last episode I was expecting a blip and we didn't get the blip. The blip decided to move and the blip decided to land here. This is the blip. The only time that we're going to have it. Bit of a disappointing season overall. Okay, yes, we did get the silverware from UEFA Super Cup. I'm not really counting that. But a 3rd round exit by Preston North End in the Carabao Cup, which we've won twice in the last 4 seasons, is very disappointing. Quarterfinals by Brentford, again a little bit disappointed in the FA Cup. But we did improve our league standing, so to speak. So if we have a look at the stages, we finished 4th, 5th last season, but the points wise and the games that we've lost, I think we made progress. We're only 11 points off the top, and we're rolling into our final season. I think we can make progress and get very close to winning that title in our last season, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But we've definitely made a leap, because if we have a look at last season, finished on 66 points, lost 10, drew 9, scored 72, conceded 45. This one scored 70 but only conceded 29. So that is better. Better defenders, better players, and a keeper who's used to the league a little bit more has helped. Blimmin' heck, we've actually got 10 teams in Europe now. Doesn't seem fair, to be fair. But hey ho, it is what it is. Other competitions, and then obviously the Champions League, we got knocked out in the round of 16 by the eventual winners, which isn't too bad. We did qualify for the top 8, so that was good. But round of 16 against PSG, and we lost 4-3. It's just a little bit unlucky, unfortunately, but it is what it is. If we have a quick look at the squad, let's have a look at the goals. The goals, I think, was the problem. It dropped off, and that may be my fault, because changing these player roles a little bit means that they don't get as forward as much or as expressive as much. So I think, my bad, I think I mucked up the tactics for this season because I didn't get as many goals from Castro or Ag10. Maybe that's because they want to leave, I don't know. But I certainly didn't get the output from my usual players. Even Burnett didn't, Mate didn't, even Ben Dokes dropped off a little bit. So yeah, I think I'll have that on my shoulders. I mucked up this season, I think, on the tactics side. But we move on to season number 5. We still have one more season to see if we can win the Premier League title. Maybe even another European title. Who knows? So thank you very much for watching, guys. Don't forget to leave a like on the video, leave a comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. We are on our way to 500 subs. I'd be very appreciative if you do that. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. Ta-ra.